What is good, y'all? It's your boy Saucy Swole, putting you on the sauce. And for today's video, I'm gonna do a little reaction. So there's been a little bit of discourse online talking about, are women actually into men who work out? And then at the end, I'll give my personal experience. So I got a little reaction for y'all from a girl named It's Tay Tay Baby. I think that's how you pronounce her channel. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive straight into it.
Bro, as I started to get into bodybuilding, I realized this sport is not for the female gaze at all. I'm about saying you get less women once you start bodybuilding. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Especially if you're good at bodybuilding, if you're really big, you probably get no women. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think women prefer a more slim, athletic body. Once you get to seeing your real depths pop through your shirt, I think you're cooked, buddy. Like, for instance, one time I hit this girl up. She was looking good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm a pretty handsome guy. I can pull a girl. So I DM her, and she texts me back, and I quote, "Boy, your big ass is not finna crush me. Get your ass on." I was hurt. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I started thinking about slimming down. So let me tell you right now, if you really gonna commit to bodybuilding, you just gotta love it. It's as simple as that. There's no getting women in this. But to the women who do love us bodybuilders, salute to you, for real.
So first and foremost,
Now, before she say anything, I'm gonna go ahead and say this first and foremost. He had one point. Do it because you love it. Do not chase a dream or do not get into anything just for the sole purpose of getting girls. Brother, do this workout, do this bodybuilding because you love it. And eventually, once you start doing it, you may meet someone who's also truly into the sport, truly into working out, and that makes y'all a compatible couple. But do not do something just for the sole purpose of getting a girl. Because if you get a girl, what mostly happens? You start letting up on your grind. You stop going in the gym as often. You start letting yourself slack off. And that just proves you weren't really into it. You was just doing it for girls. So I'll say that first and foremost. Don't do anything just for girls' attention, bro.
one thing people need to understand is not everybody's gonna like the things that you do, and not everybody's gonna understand the things that you do. I'm gonna give you a perspective of how I felt about men that worked out before I started getting into the gym. I've been working out for like 6 years on and off. But when I first started getting into working out, I used to think that men that had really big bodies and all that and like really worked out, I thought their bodies were crunchy. I know that sounds crazy to say, but you think that their bodies aren't soft because it looks hard on the exterior. But then when you obviously you get with a gym bro, or you have your first boyfriend that's, you know, big and stuff like that, you realize that it's not true. It's just a fallacy. There's many reasons why women don't like men that are like that. One, a lot of women are very insecure. So when you date a guy who's super hot and gets a lot of attention or looks a certain way, women don't like to feel like a guy is superior to them look-wise. That's why women would rather date medium ugly and things like that, because they think you're gonna cheat. Another reason why women don't like bodybuilders, and I feel like this is not talked about, there are great men that are gym bros. I have seen it, I have been around them, and I love gym bros. But there's some of you guys that your whole aesthetic is your body. Like there's men that I've seen that their whole profile is, it's not even you showing your body, it's you with thirst traps. And there's a difference of you showing your body, doing the little lat spread. I'm proud of y'all. And when I say this wholeheartedly, I'm proud of you. I understand how hard it is to build a physique. I was super skinny, y'all, and built myself legs and a butt. I never had nothing. I was built like a little Barbie doll. So I admire you guys wholeheartedly because that's hard work. But from somebody who doesn't work out, watching a guy constantly post thirst traps with those weird videos, and like I said, I wish I could show certain content creators, but I'm not trying to out nobody. But there's some guys out here that they use their body and that's all they care about is, yeah, I'm a gym bro. Yeah, you wish you could be. There's guys that are very And I hate that guys act like they don't know that and you don't see that. Just like there's men out here who don't date super hot women. Why? Because those women will make you feel inferior to them. Some people don't like people with really high confidence. And there's a difference from confidence and cocky. There's some people in the gym space that are definitely super cocky and they'll treat other people like crap. No man, no woman wants to be with a man who's going to critique them over everything they eat. And I'm pretty sure we've all been around that one gym bro. They'll be like, oh, you're eating that, you fatty, Y'all, we've been around men like that. That's why they don't like it. And another thing too, some women don't like that look because it looks too stocky. I personally don't mind. If you're a Chris Bumstead, cool. If you're built like Shizzy, whew, cool. If you're built, a little bit slimmer, Wiz Khalifa, cool. I think so many different looks are attractive, but that's me. I can't speak for a lot of women. But again, a lot of women don't like these things because of that reason. And again, I think a lot of men should lead more with their personalities. People should. Yes, y'all, looks matter. Yes, looks get you in the door. But I'm telling you, keeping somebody around, it's going to be all based off of your personality and you as a man. And like I said, I feel like some men and women, this goes for both genders, a lot of you guys built physiques and that's all you guys talk about. And have you ever been around that one person that's like, oh, nobody ever wanted me when I was small, this and that. But I never even knew you when you were small. So what does that have to do with me? I hate when people do that. Like, oh, they have that like syndrome of like everybody was against you. Yeah, maybe the people you were around treated you like crap, but I never knew you big or small. So I'm treating you with all the love and affection. Does that make sense? I'm telling y'all, get around some people sometimes and you'll see exactly why women don't like some of these gym bros. And like I said, I've been around men where you're like, why do you talk like that? Why do you act like that? And they act like they're the best thing coming around. And it's like, dude, you have a nice physique. Okay. What more do you have? It's the same thing with some men who are 6 foot. That's all they do is lead with, I'm 6 foot something. Okay. Anything else you contribute to the party? So, I mean, if a woman was doing the same thing, women do it too. They'll show their physiques and show their buns and all that stuff, and they have nothing else to offer. I love people who go to the gym. This is no slander or no hate, but this is the reason why a lot of women don't like guys who go to the gym. When you start going to the gym and cheating on other people and treating them like crap, nobody's going to like you. I'm telling you that right now. These protein pancakes are hitting y'all. Look, even with the crispy edges. So me personally, work on your personality. Make sure that you're somebody women want to be around. And again, you do things for yourself. If you want to have a really huge physique, do that. But don't be doing it for the female gaze, because I'll tell you right now, it depends on the woman, on what she likes. Yes, there are women who like really jacked up dudes. I sure do. I love jacked up dudes. I love skinny dudes. I like guys who are medium. I don't really care. My biggest thing is as long as the guy works out and takes care of his physique, that's my biggest thing. You could be shaped however, but that's my personal thing. You have to go to the gym. If I'm going to the gym 24/7, I want the same thing in you. But I hope this helps.
So she touched on some great points in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off that and tell y'all what I think and then give my personal experience. Brother, do not do anything for the women gay. Like specifically, don't do anything just specifically for women, bro. Do it because you love it and you'll last longer in it. 2, yes, there are women out there that don't like the mass monster bodybuilders. Like, I even started bodybuilding and my own mother told me that trying to get all this muscle probably isn't gonna be attractive to women. But guess what? I'm not doing it for women. I'm doing it because I love it, and I'm doing it because I actually have a passion for it. See, that's the difference. You got to be passionate about what you're doing. So, yes, there are going to be women who find the mass monster bodybuilders unattractive, and that's okay. That's their opinion. I'm not doing it for women. I'm doing it because I have a passion. I'm doing it because I love it. I personally want to get as big as possible. Another point, your physique can't be the only thing about you. You have to develop personality with it. Yes, looks will get you in the door. Your physique may get you in the door. But in order to keep a woman around you, you got to have good personality, brother. Because looks will only go so far. Yes, you will attract women with your physique once you start developing it. Yes, you will get more stares, more girls coming up to you. But if you don't have a personality, you're not keeping any of those girls, brother. It's going to be hard to hold down a relationship if you don't have any personality. And a great point that she mentioned that isn't talked about enough is that some girls will not be in relationships with guys with great physiques just on the sole fact that they don't want to have a partner that's perceived as attractive as them or more attractive. Because what comes with that? There's a lot of girls who are insecure, bro, and feel like they need to be the best looking in the room or the best looking in the relationship or the best looking out of all their friends. There are some girls that feel that way. And when they get with a guy who has a great physique that she perceives as attractive, even more attractive than her, she may be a hater on the low. She may resent him for that. When a girl sees that a guy can get multiple other women, she may get jealous. She may get envious of that attention that he's getting that's not her attention that she's getting. She may also know that she has to try harder to keep that man. Basically, what I'm saying is that that girl has to put in effort in the relationship because she knows that guy can pretty much get whoever he wants because he looks good. So a girl who's insecure or a girl who wants to be the most attractive in the room, she knows that she can't use the same tactics she used on every other guy with the guy who looks good, because most likely he's not going to take that for long. He's going to go find a woman who actually respects him. He's not going to put up with a woman who disrespects him because he knows he can get better. So I want to say this too. That guy in the video, I think he was capping. And the reason why I say this is that he mentioned one story and then generalized it as all women don't like bodybuilders or don't like guys who are muscular. But brother, as someone who is an aspiring bodybuilder, I gotta call cap on that. Because the more I've worked out, the bigger that I've gotten over time, more and more women have hit me up. More and more women have come up to me in public. More and more women have come up and literally felt on my muscles, bro. Unprovoked. That's how it is. Because let's be real. When we were kids, or even now as grown men, when we look at the movies, who are the girls looking at in the movies? Are they the guys with the dad bods, with a beer belly? Or are they looking at that guy with six-pack abs, with big arms, with good shoulders, vascular? Which one do you think the women are looking at? Even in real life, women who watch movies with men who are fit, that have muscle, they are gawking over them. Brother, I have never seen a woman in my life simp over a guy with a dad bod, with a beer belly, with small arms. I've only ever seen women break their necks for guys who are muscular. I'll tell you this. Now, I don't go out. You always catch me in the gym and at work pretty much. Or at the crib working on my videos, editing. That's where I spend most of my time. But once in a while, I will pop out. Once in a while. And when I do pop out, and I'm wearing some fitted clothes, I'm wearing a tank top, every single time, no exaggeration, there are women who break their necks staring at me. There are women who come up literally feeling on my muscles. Now, if you're familiar with the Dallas area, you know a place called Deep Ellum, which is like the equivalent to Austin's like 6th Street, or is basically a whole strip, a street or two that is just straight bars, restaurants, clubs, and there it's just packed with people walking the streets, having a good time. It's basically like a little party street. Now, I will tell you, recently a homie has brought me out there because it was a special occasion. This is the first time I'm seeing all the homies together in years, literal years. So I said, okay, I'll go with y'all out for the one time. Brother, as soon as we pop out up there are girls staring me down. And I'm not saying this to be cocky, but I'm saying this because I'm giving my personal experience. Literally, girls, a group of girls in a car driving down the street, they stop me. They yelling at me, hey, you, come here, while I'm in line to get into a venue with my homie. They literally flag me down in their car. I go up to them, meet them, say, what's up, how you doing, this and that. No exaggeration. Less than 5 minutes later, I feel somebody feeling on my arms. I turn around, it's a little girl. Whoa, hey. Not like that, but little short girl. It's a short girl. I can tell she's grown because we in a venue that is 18 and up or 21 and up. So she feeling on my arms. I turn around and she said, oh, you strong. I like that. She said, can you pick me up? She asking me to pick her up. Brother, another time I'm out with the homie. Those are just 10 minutes apart in one night. Another situation, I popped out with my homie. Me and him walking down the street. There are literal girls, hey, like trying to flag me down. I'm walking, I'm not paying attention. I'm walking straight. I'm chilling with my homie. He says, hey, bro, they calling you. I said, what? I turn around. 2 grown, fine women come up to me. She crossing the street to come to me. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of boosted my confidence, brother. I've never really had that before. Women flagging me down, coming across the street to come to me. Not me going across the street to a girl, but them coming to me. She's talking about, oh, you look so big, like you look good. My friend wants your number. She thought you were cute. She come across the street and I'm chopping it up with both of them. She over here talking about, can I feel your arms? She's grabbing it saying, ooh. She's literally grabbing up on me, feeling on me. Because I built this physique. And I am an aspiring bodybuilder. And me personally, I only have goals to get bigger. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it felt good. But remember, I'm not doing this for women. I'm doing it because I personally love it, okay? That's what you gotta do, bro. Focus on you until the focus is on you. What he described was cap, bro. Every time I post my physique, let's say on Snap, girls are watching. Girls slide up. Brother, I have more girls hitting me up now than I ever have before in my life. When I was skinny, when I was like a twig, yeah, I consider myself somewhat of a handsome dude. So yeah, I had girls already hitting me up, but now that I have a physique to go with it, it's only increased. It's only amplified. Because, brother, what does a physique say? That you're hardworking, that you're disciplined. Most likely you have a high level of testosterone. Money cannot buy you a good physique. It takes hard work, it takes discipline. And that's something that anybody, man or woman, can respect. I've only seen women go after the guys with a good fit physique. I've seen girls break their necks for guys with the six pack abs, the big arms, the big shoulders. That's all I've ever seen. Unless you know a situation where that's happened. I don't personally. In real life and the movies, I've never seen a girl just fall in love with a guy with a dad bod. I've never seen it. I only see them fall for the guys with a good muscular physique. Can you think of a situation where that's happened? If so, let me know in the comments. So I just want to let y'all guys know what I think the guy was saying was cap, because that was one situation he mentioned and just generalized it as all women. Yes, there are going to be women out there that don't like the mass monster bodybuilders, but majority of women do like guys with muscle, with a good physique, with big arms, six-pack abs, nice broad shoulders, maybe even a big back. Girls like that stuff, bro. Because from my experience, I've gotten more women as time went on with me working out, with me bodybuilding. And this girl in the video had very solid points, talking about you must develop a personality. And some women may not like men who work out solely on the fact that they don't want a guy who is perceived as more attractive than them, because they know what comes with that. She actually has to put in effort into the relationship. She actually has to try. And the disrespect isn't going to fly with a guy who can get other women, because what does he have to do? All he has to do is go find another woman who won't disrespect him. I just wanted to make this quick reaction video, talk about it, give my 2 cents on the topic. But tell me what you guys think. Do you think women like men who work out or not? Tell me why in the comments. I'm pretty curious to see what y'all think. So, with that being said, remember fellas, stay on your grind. Do it for you, not for women. And focus on you until the focus is on you. I'm gonna keep saying that because it's so true. Come on, fellas. You know what time it is. We locked in. And remember, most of all, we got work to do. Let's get it.
I can't stop watching Saucy.